buying property or purchasing a home is going to be the largest purchase that you'll ever make. And because it's the largest purchase, there's a lot of steps that go into buying property. And so what I'm going to do is kind of show you these steps in several different videos on the home buying process. Now, the first thing is a step I like to call preparation. Right? What are some things to prepare for before you even start the consideration of purchasing a home? I can't even spell prepare right. Prepare. Right? So there's certain things you want to prepare for. The very first thing is determining your budget. What is your budget for the mortgage, right? In particular, for the mortgage payment. Now, when you go to get pre-qualified for a home, the mortgage lender is going to base your pre-qualification off your debt-to-income ratio, but not necessarily your lifestyle. So you want to understand what payment are you comfortable with, because you still want to maintain a lifestyle of entertainment, going out to eat every now and then, vacationing. Like, that's not all calculated into the pre-qualification through the mortgage lender. And so you want to determine what budget are you comfortable with. Is it a little bit more than maybe the rent you're paying right now, your current living expenses, or your current rent or mortgage payment now, or do you have to make it a little bit less? Also, you want to be prepared for house repairs. If you are renting at the moment, then you usually can just go through your landlord, right, to have any repairs made. But if you own a home, you want to be sure that you have enough cushion to prepare for any of those types of repairs that may go down, because some things are not going to be covered by your homeowner's insurance. So there can be some things where you need to replace the carpet, or a water heater goes out, or the furnace, you need air conditioning fixed, dishwasher breaks down, washer and dryer breaks down. Those are some things you're going to have to prepare for. So I want to be sure you're able to integrate that into your budget as well. The second thing you also want to prepare for is the upfront out-of-pocket costs. Right, so there are some key things that you want to be sure that you have ready before you go into buying a home. The first thing is the down payment, of course. Now, I know you're thinking that you've heard about some low to no down payment options. Yes, there are some of those. There is the low down payment options, about 5 or 10%. But the no down payment options are really just simply you borrowing the down payment. So now you have 2 second mortgage payments, right? So you have the main mortgage that's going to paying off the home. Then you have the second mortgage, which is going to paying off the down payment. So there are government programs that let you borrow 3.5% of a down payment. So there's really no such thing as a down payment. It's not down payment meaning that the down payment not coming out of your own pocket, but you essentially are borrowing from government loan in order to have some sort of down payment towards the purchase of the home. In the next video or next couple of videos, I'll show you what those programs are. Right. The other thing you have to be prepared for is earnest money deposit. Now, the earnest money deposit is you committing to the purchase of a home. So when you go to make an offer on a home, you have to make the offer with an earnest money deposit. That earnest money deposit is about $1,000. So you want to be prepared to contribute $1,000 towards the earnest money. And say, for example, you don't end up getting the offer accepted, then you get that check back. But if you do get the offer accepted, then they can actually apply that earnest money deposit to the purchase of the home, to the financing process. So you can have that ready to go there. So you want to be sure there. Also, you want to be sure that you have funds for the inspection. Right? There's a home inspection that takes place. You want to be sure that you have costs, budget ready for that. An inspection can cost anywhere up to a couple $100 for an inspection to be sure that everything is clear, and everything is the expectations of buying a home that you go into is met. And so, and those expectations aren't met, then you can send that report back to the seller to say, hey, these repairs or these things need to be done before I'm ready to go move forward with buying your home, right? And then the last thing is closing costs. You have two options with the closing costs. Closing costs are the costs that that are going to be required once you close on the home. Closing costs refer to the appraisal. So you have the appraisal you have to pay out of pocket. You have the title fees you have to pay out of pocket. And title fees can go into, they got the search, they got the paperwork that need to drawn up, the attorney fees to be sure everything, to draw up the documents, to be sure everything is kosher there, etc. So there's a lot of those fees that go into the title, and of course the originator costs, which basically is the compensation for the mortgage lender that you're working with. So that person gets paid out of the closing costs as far as helping you purchase that home. So you have two options. You can pay those out of your own pocket, or those can get rolled into the mortgage loan, right? But these closing costs, they can get up, if there's no down payment, if you did the government funding, but these closing costs alone can, add up pretty costly. They can get up to $3,000 to $4,000. So you want to be sure that you have that budgeted for, or you can, like I said, roll it into the loan of the mortgage loan. Right? So those are some things to prepare for as far as purchasing a home. So if you have all that, if you're ready for all that, then you're ready to take the next step, which is the pre-qualification process.